Hello! Today I'm going to give you an introduction to vectors and essentially define what a vector is. And I'm going to use this little illustration here to help us. So imagine this is a river in here, and we've got a girl who swims from point A on one bank to the other bank at point B. So we want to describe that swim mathematically from A to B. One way we could do it is we could draw a set of axes, so our x and y axis. And then we can give our points, we'll give them coordinates. So A, I'm going to call 10, 10, and B, I'm going to call 35, 25. So we want to find A to B. Describe our swim A to B. Now one way of writing it is what we call a directed line segment. Don't worry about that just now. All that means in this case, A to B, a little arrow from A to B here. Now if we go back to our diagram, the most direct way of getting A to B is this line here. Another way, we could start at A, go along, and then go up. So form a little right angle triangle. So the most direct way is there, another way along, then up. Now let's find how much we go along. So to find how much we go along, let's look at the x-coordinates. We're going from 10 up to 35. So 10 up to 35, that's an increase of 25 units. 25. And if we're looking at going up, let's look at the y-coordinates. So we go from 10 up to 25. So that's an increase of 15 units. So one way we can write that, it's a bit like an x and y coordinate, but we call this a column vector. It's 25 along, 15 up. So that's like your x coordinate, your 25. And then your 15 is a bit like your y coordinate. So this means A to B, 25 along, 15 up. A to B, 25 along and 15 up. So this is what we call a vector. Now a vector, the technical definition of a vector is a quantity that has a magnitude and a direction, or you could say a distance and a direction. So in this case, A to B has a distance because there's a definite distance between A to B, and it also has this direction, this arrow. If the arrow wasn't there, it would just be distance A to B, and we call that a scalar. I'll give you another example to illustrate that. I'll illustrate the difference between a vector and what we call a scalar. Oh, my pen is playing up, forgive me. Let me try again. So what I meant to write there was speed, and velocity. So speed, any speed, let's think, 70 miles per hour. Now that's a scalar because it's got a magnitude, it doesn't have a direction. Whereas if we had, say, you were traveling in a car, and again you were doing 70 miles per hour, but this time you were going north, then you've got a magnitude and a direction. Therefore, this is the vector. That is a scalar, speed, velocity is a vector. So a vector is a quantity with a magnitude and a direction. Goodbye, and thanks for watching.